All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachak, Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that great most on who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom Barakathum. The image is in trouble, and pretty soon everybody's going to be forced to worship it. All right. This is why we're so into the scriptures and why we love prophecy so much, because it's all basically the different points of it. You first coming into the truth, when you were first reading this, a while ago, it was a lot more fuzzy and dark, but now things are clarifying, they're focusing in, and now we can clearly see why the scriptures wrote down what they wrote, in the way that they did, when the Lord gave it to the various prophets, 2nd Ezra, Daniel, John the Revelator. All right. And it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. The image, the reason he's going to cause everybody to worship it and force them to, because so far he's basically sold you on it. You bought into the American dream. Now everybody's found out that that's basically a lie. Not only is that a lie, but you work for Satan, man. The American empire is nothing short of the devil. Okay, I'm gonna play some of this video redacted. I haven't really watched it. I'm gonna be kind of blind reacting to it, but it says NATO is cooking up something big. All right, now we know NATO is stands for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is basically the European nations and the Western nations, which is also Europeans that colonized the America. So it's basically, North America and Europe. All right. Why are they cooking up something big? If you've been paying attention, Esau is breaking the cardinal rule of war. Even though he's a man of war, he's breaking all of the rules of war by fighting wars on multiple fronts, man. All right. He's in it right now through proxy in Ukraine. All right. He's funding another one over there in Israel. He's all around Syria, that area. He's stoking, beef with Iran, and he's making war basically with China via Taiwan and these economic policies that he's passing. So that's three right there, man. All right. So these people are getting ready to do something crazy, man. All right. And it's gonna start World War III. But let's see what they got to say.
NATO is cooking up something big right now, very big. According to excellent journalist and friend of the show, Eva Bartlett, quote, "I've heard from several contacts now who've gotten the same nearly verbatim emails and questions. NATO's mouthpieces are cooking something up." Now, if you know Eva, she's one of the finest journalists in the world, okay? Hands down. Very few people even come close to her. She's not given to hyperbole, okay? She's not one to say, NATO's up to something. No, she's basing that in fact, and it's deeply, deeply concerning. I'll tell you, a hot war with Russia is happening, folks. We need to wake up right now. The Biden administration, led by Antony Blinken, because President Biden is not leading this administration. It's Antony Blinken. He's president, basically.
So the spies are out. Now, I just typed the word in rumor into the scripture, all right? It says, hold on. First one that caught my eye was Obadiah, all right? No, Salakia, Jeremiah. Actually, I'll do Isaiah 37 and 7. It says, "Behold, I will send a blast upon him, and he shall hear a rumor and return to his own land, and I will cause him to fall by the sword in his own land." I got to get the context on that. Let's see. Let me go to the one in Jeremiah. Forgive me. Because we know what Jeremiah 49 is talking about. It's Jeremiah 49 and 14. "I have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. All right, so that's the rumor. Okay, the World War III, that's a rumor, man. Now, when they're saying NATO is planning something, they're up to something. We know NATO is basically a giant war machine, man. Okay, they're the military arm of the beast. Okay, the U.S. dollar and the Federal Reserve System, which goes back to England and London when you really look at it. Okay, they run the economics. Okay, and then the Vatican and Catholicism, they always got to get the Pope to come out and bless some kind of nonsense. Okay, because that's how you get the world to consent. You see, so NATO being the military arm, they're up to something. That means war is afoot, man. All right. It says, Jeremiah 51:46, lest your heart faint and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. All right, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Now, where did we hear that before, man? All right. So the rumors are spreading, man. All right. We already know what's coming, man. All right. The last one I wanted to read, Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. All right. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. All right. So that's basically a repeat of Jeremiah 49:14. Okay. So what do y'all think is getting ready to happen? Do you think they're gonna hold a G7 and G20 meeting and work out a trade deal? And hell no, man. People are tired of this people of America, man.
Blinken hints U.S. will allow Ukraine to strike Russian territory with U.S. missiles. He made the comments in Moldova, where he is right now, getting them to shut down their state media to enable them to stop any kind of Russian information that's coming into their country. Going to give millions of dollars in aid for that country right now, as long as they stand in lockstep with us right now. Anyway, he said that the U.S. may allow Ukraine to strike Russian territory with U.S.-made missiles, which would risk provoking a major response from Russia, of course. Last night, Blinken actively pushing to allow NATO to strike Russian territory with U.S.-made missiles. I don't care how you spin this. We are not stupid. This means the U.S. is attacking Russia. A physical, hot, kinetic war with Russia. This is how they will control us. This is how they will remain in power. Think you have an election to worry about coming up in November? Not if we're in a full-blown war with Russia. They won't have to even worry about election. We'll cancel the DNC. We'll cancel the Democratic National Convention. We'll make sure that all of you get a ballot mailed to your house. You don't have to leave the house. There's a security risk. Why would you want to go to a grocery store? Why would you want to leave your house? After all, Russia could hit you. This is how they will control us. Remember, Tucker Carlson warned us about this. Right after he was let go from Fox News, he talked about a hot war with Russia and how they tried.
Now I want to get this in Daniel 8 real quick. All right, I bring this out all the time, but I'll start at verse 24. It says, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. All right, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. All right, now this spoke about Antiochus back in the day, but this applies to today because America is powerful. All right, but how is America powerful? Through the resources of other nations. That's why he's everywhere. He's got a military. He's got the sword, basically. That's his blessing. And he hasn't been able to develop any other skills outside of the sword. That's why he got to show up and take everything. You got minerals, we're going to show up and take it. All right? And he uses the U.S. dollar as a weapon. Okay? That's what it is. It's a weapon. It's an economic weapon. to siphon wealth out of your economy. You know, like back in the day, you had you could siphon gas out of somebody's car. You put a hose pipe in one person's gas tank, you go all the way in there, and then you put another one in your gas tank, but you get a little suction going, okay, and then gas would flow out of their gas tank into your gas tank, you know, because you could siphon it out. You see, that's what the U.S. dollar does, man. It's not really a currency. It's used as a currency, so it's only a currency by a technicality. But how it's used, how it's executed is a warfare, because it destroys wealth. Everything it touches, it reduces it doesn't reduce the value of it, but it requires you to be more productive to pay for that same asset. You see, so they're really extracting wealth out of you via labor. You know, that's this guy's blessing. Okay, and it says, verse 25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, because this craft has been getting everybody to buy into the U.S. dollar, the petro deal. Everybody's buying oil through the U.S. dollar via the Saudi Arabia agreement. Okay, but that was craft. That's how he got everything, man. He did it under the guise of peace, but what do you see now? It wasn't ever peace, man. When you really analyze and look at this guy's history, his track record, he's never been about peace ever. He's a perpetual warmonger. All right. It says, and through his policy he shall also cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. And he's magnified himself to the utmost. What else gives you the audacity to tell another nation what minerals they can be in possession of? Speaking about Iran, you can't have nukes. Okay. How is he going to tell, go into Syria and say, you know, we're going to commandeer the southeast part of Syria where all of the oil is, because of how you are treating your people? You see, complete ignorance of their sovereignty. All right. He says he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And the vision of the evening and the morning, which was told, is true. Wherefore shut up thou vision, for it shall be many days. All right.
The COVID strategy. They actively want a hot war with Russia. This is how they will control us. Watch.
You know, here's my view of it. I think the lies are unsustainable. Lying is always unsustainable. You're always found out in the end, whether in your lifetime or posthumously. But lies are always revealed by their nature. And these lies are so big and so obvious and so stupid that it's going to be very clear to the majority of voters before the election that the Biden administration has no idea what it's doing, that Joe Biden's not running the government, and that it's not working at all. And I think by that point we're going to have a real economic contraction. I think we're going to be in the teeth of a very tough recession, and that makes everything much more intense. And so,
yeah, it makes it much more intense. That's in Isaiah 47, how this virgin daughter would be getting prepared, man. You know what happens with a virgin on a wedding night? You do there's a time of preparing the bride, the woman. Okay? For what? You know? It says, Isaiah 47, all right, and 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. Now, what does virginity mean in this context? Does it mean it's a clean, untouched woman? No, it means a woman that's been penetrated. Okay? America's never really been penetrated, but they will. All right? And it's gonna be one of them gangbang scenes from what you call it, the Hub. All right, you seen them little tiny white girl and 5 or 6 6 foot tall jakes. All right. That's what it means. Imagine you're going to go from being a virgin to that. That's why it's so damaging and detrimental to be lazy, man, to be stupid. Okay, which he's done. Somehow education here makes you stupider, man. I'm saying that's not really a word. It makes you more stupid. Go online and watch the videos of people that are college educated, don't even know Idaho is a state. How many moons does the earth have? 30. And those people go up there and so-called vote, man. Those people have more power over you. Okay, she can get your life ruined just by how she feels that day. So what do you think's gonna happen when all hell breaks loose here? That's what it means to be the virgin daughter. Y'all are comfortable, air conditioning and delivery services, and working your dream job where you just sit at a computer. All right. You got Wi-Fi. You have street lights everywhere, man. No matter what time of night it is, you have well-lit areas, man. Y'all don't even know what real darkness feels like. It says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." All right. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover the locks. Uncover thy locks. All right. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Now in the NLT it says, take the millstones and grind flour. Put off your veil. Strip off your robe. Uncover your legs. What do you think was getting ready to happen to this to this virgin, man? Okay. It says, verse 3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. All right. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. All right. So these exposés, all right, these embarrassing moments that America's having, the West is having, this is all a precursor to actual destruction. All right. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So when Tucker said that, that's what made me think of it.
So stupid that it's going to be very clear to the majority of voters before the election that the Biden administration has no idea what it's doing, that Joe Biden is not running the government, and that it's not working at all. And I think by that point we're going to have a real economic contraction. I think we're going to be in the teeth of a very tough recession, and that makes everything much more intense.
Right, the economic retraction. All right, the sheer stupidity of people, the reliance on social media, the addicts that are dopamine addicted. Some people gonna wild out if just TikTok shut down. They're on it so much. Most people cannot navigate the own city that they're in without GPS. Okay? Most people are gonna be completely lost, man. All right? They won't be able to afford things. Then you're gonna think about, man, that guy I had in the friend zone, man, all of those dudes I curved back in the day. You think Pookie gonna show up and save you hoes, man? That nigga is out of there, man.
So if your goal is to maintain power, and if you think once you relinquish power, the problem with criminalizing politics is the people who do it imagine or know that it will be done to them. So once you start indicting your political opponents, you know that you have to win or else they're going to indict you if they win, right?
Right.
And so they can't lose. They will do anything to win. So how do they do that? They're not going to do COVID again. I know everyone on the right's afraid they're going to do COVID and mask mandate. They're not going to do.
Right. That's a good point Tucker just made. Is the way they going after this guy, DJ Trump. That's unprecedented, man. They've never prosecuted or persecuted a president or a former president like that before, because they know they cannot beat that nigga, man. They cannot beat Donald because they chose Joe Biden out of pride, man. They could have chose anybody, man. Okay? They could have chose anybody, but they chose, and he cannot win. He's not really there. Y'all see it. And so now what are they doing? They're trying to control the narrative and make this presidential sham thing look legitimate. All right. Now, DJ is among the elites. All right, but he's a little, you know, harder to control. And you can't have that if they're going on to the next phase, which is World War III. And the elites have already made their bunkers and have decided to abandon America. That virgin daughter that America's talking about, the elites, they're not sticking around for that. We're gonna have to go grab them, man, out of various places around the world, man, under the ocean, and a satellite up in the heaven somewhere, remote islands, you know, underground tunnels. They know what's going on, man.
You can't do that. If they've already been exposed, that won't work. There's going to be, no, what are they going to do? They're going to go to war with Russia is what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's the only way, because they, if they can't beat Trump this way, they know, like he said, they know that the so-called red side is going to retaliate with the same thing. Once you do something called setting a precedent, then you set the precedent, man. It's fair game. You're in a fight with somebody, it's supposed to be hands, but one guy pulls out a knife. Well, that establishes new rules. That means the other guy can pull out a knife. All right? And this is what you see. The politics are waxing worse and worse. And the media, they're not able to do their job anymore, which is control the population. Control the mind of the population, man. All right?
There will be a hot war between the United States and Russia
The
next year.
Let's go.
Yes, of course. They want it anyway. I don't think we'll win it, but that's a separate analysis. But
Now, that was 9 months ago? Pretty prescient. Then...
Right. And they know that they're not going to win, you know, but they don't care, because the elites, they sit above these international borders, or these national borders, man. Okay? They control real assets and resources. And that's what Jake don't get, man. That's why you got to pull out of this politics thing. You can watch it for either entertainment value or to see what the elites are trying to say, because the elites do speak through the television, but you can't take what they're saying at face value. You have to know who the devil is, man. You have to know what's going on behind it. You know, anyway, I'll probably react a little bit more to this in the second part later, Lord's will. But I'll end it here, man, for now. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashim Rahak Shalom. Am Yasharallah.